What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Starlight Digest, a podcast bringing you line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 197, being recorded on February 15th, 2023. I am your host, Darth Moocher. I've got Scott Solo here with me.
What's up, nerds?
Got Grand Admiral Franz.
What's up?
In his proper attire and room.
Totally wearing pants.
Totally wearing pants.
I think he's talking about the Boon to Eve shirt, not the pants.
That's right.
Sure,
Exactly.
that's what he's talking about.
And fresh off the Fallen Fett Chronicles with another awesome episode there, Ernie the Fallen Fett.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And posted and shared. Guys, go do that now.
That's right.
Please. Yes. Marco, I'm going to need you to jump on that Patreon so we can get some of those head sculpts. Thanks.
Definitely. Just send them to me. And if anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, hop on to the Fallen Fett Chronicles on the replay crew. Check out the last episode he just dropped. As you know, the 3D printing world is awesome. I'll just leave it at that. Check it out for yourself because
those head sculpts look pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. So
yeah,
it's cool. And did you guys like my new outro?
I did.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
It was done by the one
awesome.
and only The Art of Scott Solo, which is down in my link, also down there to follow.
Nice.
So,
ooh, thank you.
yeah, you're moving up in the world, Scott.
It's like a
Yes,
You're on there now.
At last.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
nice
It wasn't
hoodie.
the Lucasfilm approved artist.
No.
It was the Fallen Fett
Yes.
Chronicles of Fett outro artist.
He's on
That's
there
right.
now. Yeah.
That's right.
That
Yeah.
was
That's hilarious.
Someday, maybe
Lucasfilm,
Hot Topic will be there.
Schmookasfilm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have ins at Lucasfilm, but we don't all have ins. Well, we all have ins with Ernie too. Shit.
Correct.
Right, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Yeah. Damn. Sorry.
That's funny.
What's your hoodie, Scott?
It is the.
Oh, I like that
the
one.
droid
That's
Halloween one. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Reminds
cool,
me of one of my favorite Clone Wars episode about all the droids.
Gregor's episode. Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, I'm sure maybe that'll come up today in our talk today. Who knows what we got going on?
You mean
we've got Star Wars.
useless episodes that lend nothing to the overall story? Yeah.
I mean, that's
you never
been a
know.
season and a half so far. So
Yeah.
we're still waiting on something.
Except for the last 10 seconds of season 1. That was important.
Yeah. Well, before we get into all that good stuff, we got to shout out the good people on our Patreon. So Scott.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I even got the banner ready.
Don't
and
forget not
everything.
to say that one
I
name.
know. You got it. I won't say that one name. We
Yeah.
all know you. We all know who we're talking about. Justin Van Thunder.
Skip it.
So, hey, shit. Special shout out to all of our Patreon patrons. Without you, we would not look this good. I would not have this Coke Zero right now keeping me awake.
Yeah.
Because it's been a rough week. So,
So zero sugar, zero caffeine. It's just all in his head.
I know.
It is.
Placebo effect,
Just dark
Scott's
drinks
season.
keep him awake.
I've also got dark chocolate M&Ms product placement. Waiting for that sweet M&M money to finally fall in now that Maya Rudolph is, I don't know. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
there's a story there somewhere. I don't know. So a special shout out to all of our people like Matt Logic 44, Eric Grubb, Nicholas Schaefer, Ryan and the Star Joes, Cliff, Don and Brady of the Escape Pod podcast on the Red 5 network. Flavy, hey, that's our network, guys. Red 5.
is. Yeah,
Red
absolutely.
5 standing by.
Red 5 standing by.
Kuchana. Flavy Davy, formerly of the Nerds with Attitude podcast, Don the Dad Dorn, Mervine, Gavin Connor of the All Cure Holy Hour podcast, Brandon and Anya Epler, AJ from the Forbidden Panel, and our little buddy fanboy Mike, who
Beautiful.
may or may not ever show up on this show again. Who knows?
I mean, we're forcing him to pay now, so
I know, right?
He's here in spirit.
exactly. Well, I see our pit being active over there, Scott. So go ahead and continue the shouting of outs.
The shouting of the outs. We've got Matt Logic 44. To my knowledge, the only person so far who has gotten a Bad Batch bingo. So we need to
Did he
step
win?
that up.
Yeah.
Last week,
He
yeah.
got he got a bingo.
Nice.
So we're what we're doing is
I
we're
doubt anybody got one this week. We'll see.
gathering up all the bingos, and we're gonna have a drawing at the end of the season. So
Yeah, this week.
yeah, Matt Logic has our own. Yeah, this episode there was like 6, and that's about it. We also have John the Dad Dorn in there, Santo1414, Gavin Connor, Gordon Skalski, Bootleg Joe, who cannot be here with us tonight. What's up, Booty? What's up, man?
You got
Booty.
Yeah,
Booty.
call him Booty.
You just
He's
called
not here
him
to defend
Booty?
himself. He's not here to defend himself.
That's
We can call him
true.
anything
He's
we want.
Oh man, Booty.
Booty.
Guess who
Right.
got a new nickname?
We
Yeah.
do. He does. Okay. Ubaldo T. He's in there. Sorry
Yes.
if I just destroyed your name, buddy.
Ubaldo?
The Sabersmith, Matt Logic 44, Crystal E, Skyrider, and yeah, Booty. That's right, Booty.
I'm not down, Boot. I'm not
Yeah.
down at all.
Chris did not like that name.
No, I'm not. That's
No, he
I'm not going to call you Booty, buddy.
Yeah.
It's just, you can be Scott's Booty, buddy.
Saber Smith is I knew it, somebody had to be pre-mad about this episode. Yeah,
I'm pre-mad now about the finale. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm the rest of the season. I'm already pissed about it.
We're pretty
I'm
yeah.
where are we so I can ignore the rest of the Bad Batch?
Yeah. What we're not mad about is Mandalorian season 3. Guys, so we always of course we go like, okay, we got a show to talk about, and we're gonna be like, okay, we'll do Bad Batch, but we just can't stop talking about Mandalorian season 3. It's just because
there's nothing to talk about in Bad Batch season 2.
yeah, well, I mean, but the thing is, yeah, exactly. It just keeps going. But again, we're 2 weeks away from that series.
Yeah.
I know Super Bowl came and went, and I think there was a spot that did drop on Super Bowl, but I don't think there's anything. Yeah, there was a TV spot.
It wasn't on the Super Bowl. I didn't see it on the Super Bowl, but I saw the spot. It was just like an extra scene or two. Right?
But I mean,
like
exactly.
Clip.
So, but
There was an Indiana Jones spot at the Super Bowl. Now that was worth watching the Super Bowl for, right there, Indiana. Jones.
The Flash spot too.
Yeah.
Take Ezra Miller out of it. Ignore Ezra Miller. Ignore Ezra Miller completely. Just pretend that Flash is some dude that you've never seen before.
Right, just a dude.
This is the first time. This is the first time we've seen any DC anything, and that comes on.
Yeah.
That looked awesome.
Yeah,
right. That's bullshit, kidnapping, weird stuff aside.
Just bring back Michael Keaton full on. Like, just
I'll
give him his
take
own
it.
movie at this
Yeah.
point, because
Dude,
that's all
okay.
everybody's talking about.
They both
And
have
it would
blue
be
and
gold.
gray outfits. They both have blue and gray.
Mhm.
I'm out of control, dude.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing is
We-
going to be awesome.
We could, at this point, have a Batman Beyond and have him as old man Bruce Wayne training Terry McGinnis. Why not? Let's do this. He's wearing a bat suit. Why not?
Yeah,
It's
they're
so
not doing
awesome.
any of that because we got the slate and what they're doing. So it's like
whatever.
we know exactly the direction they're
but
going.
this is what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
we're
though.
good.
But the popularity of all the feedback of just Batman himself,
Of course,
right?
of course.
I mean, that's got to get the wheels turning.
Yeah.
It has to. I would be so down for another Keaton Batman, for reals.
Same.
Batman
Either way,
Beyond.
how
That's
we
I'll
introduce him.
I would
You
love
think
a
of
Batman.
Batman Beyond?
Yeah,
That's what I want.
Well, let's
Yeah.
see how he
That-
turns out in this. If he could pull off an older Batman with then to have a Nightwing and like everybody proper. Why
Right.
not? Right?
Uh-huh.
This all of a sudden works. Why wouldn't Batman Brave and the Bold be him as the Batman?
Yeah.
Him as missing Batman, Dick as the new Batman, and Damian as Robin. It would work out. It would kind of work out neat.
I'm in.
Well, as someone who tries to get this show back on track, if you want to hear us more about DC, we did drop a Beyond the Pit with the breakdown of all DC and everything. But
I started watching you. You want to talk about you season 3 because I'd rather talk about that than Bad Batch.
no, I don't want. We're gonna leave Bad Batch for the end to talk about. But
I'm just messing with you. I'm
I'm
fine
gonna
with
be
Bad
stalling until we get to. So we might come around to DC again. But I mean, it's just funny. I'm just funny. We're just like none of us want to talk about Bad Batch, so we're gonna bring up everything else.
We should just knock it out and get it over with. and
I'm
move
a
on.
full Bad Batch supporter, and even I was like, "Oh well, I'll be right back. We got a 2-minute show to do." And then,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this real fast. Hold on. It's pretty,
yes,
right?
sure.
We can all agree it's pretty. The art, some of the shading, the scenes, all that kind of
Yeah.
shit is phenomenal. The soundtrack is phenomenal. The story
Sure.
repeats itself over and fucking over, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's just...
we're trying not to get demonetized, but that's cool. Yeah.
Oh no, there goes that crazy 30-cent money stream.
It adds up. I mean, by the time we're 75 years old, we might have a
We might have $1. Woo!
Might be able to pay for that Coke Zero.
but yeah,
there's some good points to it, right? There are some good points, but it's just tiresome, man. I'm through.
Well, you know what? Screw it. We should do it. Anybody see the Mando 3 cut? Yeah, in fact,
we'll show that in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, because we actually have that. Yeah, why not go for the full demonetization? And we're gonna show that. We're gonna
let's get ready so we don't get pulled down again.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what would
Red
happen
checks.
too? This is the episode that gets the 50,000 views and everything, and Moocher's just straight pissed, right? I told you. I told everybody.
Okay, just get pre-mad for a second before you play it. Just be angry. I'm playing it, but you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
There we go.
It is.
Oh my goodness. Oh well, yeah. I mean, the pit is actually going off on Bad Batch. It was Skyrider saying last episode 8 out of 10 because I know it's one.
That's true.
Yeah. Let's see, Sabersmith. Yeah, Sabersmith is saying, I will say after watching the episode, I wonder if Tech is on the ASD autism spectrum.
Absolutely.
The way he talked about emotion.
You know what? And okay, I guess we should be fair there too. We talk a lot about we want character development and people moving on. This is the most character development we've seen in some characters yet.
Sure. Sure.
But at the point that the thing is, it's a little bit too late. I'm deep into the second season now. The story's not progressing. The characters could have developed by now. I think it's just a matter of just catching up. But yeah, Tech and his whether it's Asperger's or whatever it is, right? It's apparent. It's neat. I love that conversation he had about I may process things differently,
right?
But it doesn't mean I feel the same,
right?
And that was a really cool, important thing for Tech. So yeah, there was some cool stuff in there, some important character stuff. But at this point, I don't need character development if the character's not doing shit.
But I mean, if that's the point of this show, I guess, right? We talked about this before, like there is an end game here. What is the ultimate goal to Bad Batch, and what did Filoni write? Right? Did he just write a fun adventure that's going to be like an exploration of clones other than the clones that we've been seeing, and it's just kind of like a cool exploration where
basically
none of it,
A-team
and none of it is deep thought, meaning like start where we plug it and be like, oh my god, these, you know what I mean? And if that's the show, and that's why, and like we kind of said, like, is this why they're running 2 shows at the same time, you know, coming into Mando, and one's going to take like the backseat where Mando's got the world's hype, right? The world's hype is Mando, which I'm like, again, I'm trying to calm down because again, you know, I don't want it to be like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever come, you know, in 2 weeks, and to be like, come here going, guys, I don't know. I think we were just talking about Mando's emotional attachment to Grogu and Grogu feeling sad. I mean, are we going to see the same thing about this?
Can we do a Mando bingo? Do you think we can pull one off?
I mean, yeah, definitely. So, I think we almost did at one point. We were talking about like Mandalorian, the side missions, and
when he was collecting armor.
Yeah, and like how everything goes bad on every level. So.
You say that about him collecting armor, but that was all in the span of 3 episodes. I mean, he went from the red nasty armor to having a full suit of silver in like 3 episodes.
Yeah, so. But in our world, that was a month or so, right? It was it was like that. So we were talking about it for weeks. It wasn't. They didn't even double up the first episode back then.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Diablo Cooling, welcome.
Oh, cool.
So last episode of Bad Batch is 10/10. I love season 1. I love season 2 of Bad Batch. It's awesome show, I think. Well, I think for
I do too, Diablo. Thanks for being
here. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the show. Like, I don't hate it. It's just what we do, like we've always said this too, right? What we do on any Star Wars content, right? We never deem it good or bad until much later down the road. We deem it as
what does it do in the lore? Right? What does it do to the lore overall? Does it matter at all when we tell the story of Star Wars? If somebody walks into a room, and we have 5 hours to just blow their mind in a line, right? How much of the story are we telling? What do we leave out? Do I have to tell anything of the Bad Batch? So far, guess what? I can skip the Bad Batch when I'm retelling this story.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Whenever it comes to the Bad Batch, if it weren't for, it was perfectly okay. It was an enjoyable watch. It was fun until they threw in Mount Tantus at the end and the cloning facilities, and all of a sudden our minds are blown. We're like, okay, okay, now we see kind of a target. We see here's where we're gonna go with this. We know they're dealing with cloning in the Mandalorian with Navarro. We see that they've got these cloning facilities now on Mount Tantus that is huge from the old EU, from the Thrawn trilogy. And then again, like Filoni does, he'll tease something and then he'll completely drop it until the very last episode of a season. So that, had they not shown us that, had they not dangled that little carrot in front of us, we'd probably be a little more receptive to what's coming. Or to what we're seeing.
Yeah, I 100%.
But how do we have this giant elephant in the room that we're not dealing
every
with
week
at all? It's never come up at all. We've barely seen the Empire, right? And I get that this is a lot about the clones. And when the Empire did come in for that one episode, guess which one is the episode I love this season? The one Imperial Crosshair episode, right? And we'll get, I think episode 12 is the next one we get Crosshair. That's the only other time we're going to get Crosshair, a solo episode. So we're going to go that far. I hope it's not that far between us and the Empire.
Yeah.
Because that should be the big thing, right? So we're missing out on that side. I think, we talked about that before. That's what's missing here is we're not getting the other side of
right. Well, let me do two things here. Let me switch over the border to Bad Batch talk. And second, let me read you a quote from D. Bradley Baker. Okay. So he says the remaining of season 2, and this is from his mouth, the remaining of season 2, meaning from, I guess, this week forward, the adventure, twist of plots and turns of fate that are coming are to be unexpected. So he came out as a little interview. I think it was Vanity Fair or someone that interviewed him, and he was, because D. Bradley Baker does the voices of all the clones.
Everybody
who doesn't know, and was saying like how the second half of the Bad Batch is going to be this roller coaster and to quote unquote hang on. And that's what we've been talking about, right? Yeah, I wish I had a graphic of that, Chris. The eye roll. I heard that. I heard the eye rolling. You know,
it hurt my head. I have a headache now. It was so far back.
You know what I'm hearing? You know what I'm hearing with this though? I'm hearing what's his name from Book of Boba Fett saying "all killer, no filler." Yeah. That's what I'm hearing with that quote. You know.
Well, see, I can argue that point about Rodriguez, all killer, no filler.
Thank you.
I can argue that. But with Bad Batch, I don't know yet. Like it's in like just what Scott was alluding to, meaning the key points are written so far in between that it loses its energy as it builds up something and then loses energy. And that I did have that problem with the Clone Wars and Rebels sometimes. You're right. Like I did have this kind of momentum killing thing a lot. And I think Filoni writes that way, knowing that there's more to be written. And that's what it's kind of like, how far are we drawing out the Bad Batch? This makes me think season 3, 4, whatever. And by 4, we're going to get this a Sith holocron that's going to open up a chasm in this planet. You know what I mean? Like that's how he hits you in the face with things. But sometimes we have to wait a long time for it.
Yeah, but like, how hard would it be just to put an extra 2 or 3 minutes at the end, like a bumper with some freaking Imperial meetings? I anything to put a stormtrooper in front of my face every once in a while to remind me that
some end credit scenes, right? That
Empire.
Teases. Yeah. I agree, Chris. I do. I wouldn't mind that because then it's like, okay, you sit through this 20, 30 minutes, and then it's like that last 30 seconds, you're going like, all right, the creature's coming closer, or what's happening, or whatnot. But I mean, everything with a grain of salt. I'm like Ernie. I'm trying to be optimistic about Bad Batch. Where I'll be like this episode. I just was like just not having it. I mean, as far as it wasn't adventurous. Even like the character development of Tech and stuff. I like Crosshair a lot more than I do all the other ones. So give me more Crosshair. He's got a deeper story, I think. Tech is nothing new.
He's dark.
Well,
we like that. It just it just works.
Yeah, D. Bradley Baker also mentioned that too. He said Crosshair is not an evil person. His ideology just happens to match up where his direction is going, and there's some conflict now, and we'll get into that kind of stuff. But he's not a evil guy. Like he's not.
He's a good character. He's just twisted. I tell you what, Hunter's the most boring character.
He has been. He just does. Look, I thought Hunter was the leader of the Bad Batch. Like in season 1, Hunter was in the we're doing this, we're doing that. Everybody, let's do. Now he just sits in the back and
does whatever Echo needs and backs up her play every damn time.
Yeah,
and that's
you know.
it.
Oh man.
If somebody upsets her, oh man, look out! Oh Tech, you said the wrong thing. Go make sure you apologize to Echo. Shut up. I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of that.
I will say this though. I already did not like Sid. I hate her even more after this episode.
Oh, and there was the other great thing about this episode there, okay? So besides the development of Tech and seeing the Echo how losing Echo affected them, which was good too, because they were at each other's throats there in the beginning, right?
Right.
The Sid turn there is kind of jacked up. Obviously jacked up. They've done things for her, helped her out of binds, and she's like, "Screw you guys, I'm leaving." Until Omega pulls off a freaking guilt trip, and she's all, "Fine, give me a couple days." Now,
yeah.
So is she really tied up like busy, or is she literally tied up?
No,
I don't think she's literally tied up.
Like somebody's got her kidnapped.
No, I don't think so. I think what we're seeing is she's got a business to run, and she's going to run that business however she sees fit.
Are they expendable to her?
They're expendable to her. They already sent her off. She sent them off to get this stuff. This I don't know, I don't know what it's called.
It's coaxium it's coaxium.
Exactly. So she sent them off, and she's got other pots boiling, man. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, can you hit Skyrider's comment there?
Yes.
So dig it. Understand your points. Also, I heard Paul Lee chime in on this, basically saying they have to service the full range of fans, kids and adults.
Right.
I totally understand that. And they have those new Jedi Knight Adventures or whatever they are for kids.
Yeah, the Young Jedi Adventures.
And even if this is for kids, I still...
Yeah.
It's still lacking.
Yeah.
I can't... I mean, I have kids. I've watched kids grow, been hung out and watched cartoons with kids. We're 45-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's...
see it. And
100%,
it's still,
Chris.
It's still lacking.
And you know what? So Rebels was made for kids essentially, and I mean, there are very few episodes I have to complain at all about Rebels. I mean,
right.
In the grand scheme of things, everything kind of counted. You know, it all kind of, there was very few filler episodes that were in there, and
there is definitely
it would have been Rebels, right? The art style and the color, everything of Rebels is more to kids. But it was dark as hell.
But there is some services to do. I get, it's a cartoon at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally,
Chris is right. We are the kids that grew up with Star Wars. So if George Lucas made Star Wars for kids, we are those kids. And now we're
if my 10-year-old or 8-year-old kid was watching this, they'd still be like, "Where's it going? What's popping?
Yeah,
I don't
100%.
get it." You know. So.
Now, Resistance was for kids. Okay, that was a direct
100%. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So, and we get that, and we said it is what it is, right? But like, you can't start off the Bad Batch season 1 with Order 66 and Kanan and all these dark tones, and then go on to like it's a kid show. It's like, wait a second.
A lot of the stuff and a lot of the themes are too deep even to be. A kid
Hunter
show.
really like killing his own people or trying to. Not Hunter, Crosshair. I mean, there's that argument isn't consistent with the Bad Batch. You know what I mean?
That argument is not consistent with Star Wars as a whole.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like there's things there that are directly made for kids. Like, look, we should not be breaking down Resistance whatsoever. We should not be looking deep into what's happening. It's a slapstick, knocking over barrels and all that stuff, and it is what it is, and it's cool. And I think that Star Wars actually needs that little subcategory of things to get kids involved and excited for it, But
hey, hit Matt Logic to his last one there, and then we'll. I like that people. Okay, look, the show is delivering for me. He says, right? I tune in to watch the Bad Batch, and that's what I get every week. And
I agree.
That's cool. And totally cool. And I'm glad it works for some people. Absolutely. We'll never tell everybody, hey, this is how we feel. This is how you have to feel, right? We don't even do that with each other. Although we'll argue and yell, but we just, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
But, you know, we hope it works for everybody. We wish it worked for us a lot of times, and a lot of times we lose it or gain it at different times, right?
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, one of us will be like, "No, I give up. I'm done," and everybody else will stick into it, or all of a sudden we'll leave, and then somebody will be like, "You know what? I watched it for the third time, and it's not that bad." Then we'll start talking about it. You know, it's things get worked out, but if it's working for you, that's cool.
Sure.
For the most part, this whole season has been working for me. There's been very few problems I've had with it. Just, you know,
like I said,
I feel like we need to get back on track, though. I feel like they tease us with these things, and then it just kind of falls to the wayside.
Yeah,
we're just excited for more. We're excited to see where it's going. It's not that we're hate watching it or anything.
Yeah, no. I think for the most part we're optimistic about it. I really do think so, because when we do get those things, we are fist pumping in the air about it, and we're texting each other. And
when they hit Mount Tannis, we're going to be all over it. That'll be a 3-hour episode, right?
Yeah.
When they go into a full on go here, we're going to be all over it.
Yeah,
but that's going to be that one episode.
Yeah. But you know, like I said, that being said, this episode didn't do much. I mean, it had, like I said, that certain character development that was like, okay, cool. But there was one thing that we've been talking about. Was a certain character trying to come into the Bad Batch and be perfect was Hondo, right? Like we talked about Hondo coming in, and there was a shot of a character that came in that could be part of his group. Which, I mean, look at the helmet, guys. I mean,
the helmet, the jacket.
He's not a weak way, but
he's got some armor going. No, I think it might be Turba. I think it might be Turba, his Ugnaught partner from the beginning of
look
Rebels.
At the hair. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be because the coat and everything is similar. I just Ugnaught possibly. I saw it as female, but yeah, I could see it Ugnaught here for sure.
Yeah,
definitely small in stature. That's what I'm thinking.
Let me look at Ugnaught hands real fast. Let me look at. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, this is cool. I mean, what was your guys' first reaction when you saw this part? I was like, "That's Hondo."
I think it was it looks like another teenage girl villain, is what it looked like.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's what I mean immediately.
Yeah, and we could be completely wrong, right? But it just makes like, look, this is what we do, right? We try to put a round peg in a square hole kind of stuff, right? So
no, I hope. Let's see.
I'm just thinking about Hondo's uniforms, Hondo's costumes through all the different shows. He's always had like the red jacket and the white clone armor gauntlets. I mean, he's got the helmet, he's got the goggles and the hair. You know, this looks like somebody that fits in with his crew, or looks like somebody who might be emulating Hondo. This isn't Hondo, but I think at first, whenever I saw from a distant shot, I'm like, oh shit, it's Hondo.
Right.
Then once they showed the up close shot, I'm like, okay, definitely not Hondo, but I think it's one of Hondo's people.
Yeah.
And Ugnaughts do have 5 fingers. That was my question. Okay. Yeah. So we were.
Yeah. I was sitting there going like, are they going to destroy the Marauder, just like they did with the Razor Crest? You know, after I was about to secure the Micro Galaxies Marauder, they're going to destroy it. So,
that hits a little too close to home, man.
You're right. No, I think that would be a cool addition. I mean, we're waiting for some sort of cameo to come in this season. So if this leads back to Hondo's group, like he stole the ship, like Hondo sent him to do this, that'd be great. I mean, it wouldn't be shocking to us if it went that route, but I think we're waiting for that that'd be kind of a cool story plot. So.
See, and that would kind of save it, but I don't want Hondo here.
I want Hondo
everywhere. I want Hondo in an important part, right? Not in a mine randomly. I want Hondo as part of the path. All of a sudden, getting
like I said, this is the intro to that. Yeah,
I suppose.
I mean,
look at the outfit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it kind of matches, huh?
I immediately thought Hondo too because of that. It matches.
Yeah,
it really does. It's totally the outfit. You know, it's goggles, helmet, jacket, gauntlets. It's all there.
But Chris is 100% right. Yeah, but I'm trying to tie it in like this is leading up to him and what he's doing.
And that's what I would think too, Mooch, is not something important, but just hey, remember Hondo's a part of all of this.
Right.
Hey, remember Hondo knows Rex.
Up until the point we have him at Galaxy's Edge.
He's a pirate working and
coming, you know. I don't think it has to be anything important. Just hey, Hondo, like we all did when we thought maybe it could have been him. At that point, which I think it would be a nice tie-in. Yeah, just for that.
So Skyrider, Skyrider saying the fact that the thief can pilot the ship is something else. Well, I mean, if you're going to if you find a thief that's going after the ship, you would think he could pilot it, right? Otherwise, you'd be robbing it or going in the cargo and gutting it. So if like,
well, yeah, but the point is, this person had skill. Is his point?
Yeah.
Not so much why it just
right. He specifically targeted a ship to steal it. So, but of course he would fly it. That's what I'm saying. Like, of course he.
But I mean, this person. But he's pointing to the fact that Hondo can fly a ship, right? If it was somebody's pirate could, it wouldn't be just.
Like I said,
not just a random kid is what he said, right?
Right. I got you. Okay. I'm with you. I'm there.
Yeah.
Took a second, but I'm there. Let's see. This is a good one too. Bondage Brittany, haven't seen you in a while. Maybe the Empire would pay a good bounty even on their ship, which is less dangerous to get than the guys himself.
It's true. Could be. Strand them on that planet.
Well, strand them on the planet and tell them where they are.
Yeah. That planet really reminded me of Navarro, just like the other side of Navarro. Not Navarro, the planet where Queel was at, with the plains and the crevices and the craters and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it had that same feel to it. I did too. It's not Navarro. It's where Grogu was stashed.
Right.
But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. But besides that, and the whole Sid thing, like Sid just being whatever, and like I said, I'm over her trope. Yeah, no can do, fellas. I'm tied up at the moment. Like, you're on your own, and
yeah,
what a Sid thing to do.
Hell.
My thing is it's the motivations behind it, and like, why do we say, why are these guys keep going back to her? They can't be.
Exactly.
They're very capable of making it on their own without her.
There's no reason to keep following her and following her lead and doing these little. They bought their way out of servitude with her already. There is no reason for them to keep going, and it's definitely not to keep Omega safe, because that seems to be what Hunter's main theme is, to keep Omega safe and away from the Empire. Well, she keeps sending him on these missions that puts her in danger. So it's not like that's
true. They're constantly getting killed on every corner, or trying to get killed on every corner. There. So
she'd be safer with all the clones, that of the Bad Batch, Rex and Cody and all of them.
Right.
Right.
I think stuff was pretty cool too with Omega after she was done, when she was all in her emotions and stuff, right? She went out to get the stuff. That was kind of a cool scene in there. The lighting, and again with the rocks.
Yeah.
Put this up. Okay. She falls in because she's going for that one over there. Right below you, and you won't fall in. I get it's a cartoon, but you guys got to edit this and be like, okay, some nerd is going to say, like, why did she lean over by 4 feet when she could have leaned over 2 feet and not fell in? That's what I'm going to do. But that was cool little scene, and I liked.
Yeah, everyone knows you go for the pay dirt.
Yeah, and what was really cool, right? What was really cool here was when she fell in, Tech didn't hesitate.
Right. Yeah.
That was not a grunt, not a nothing. He just took a breath and jumped in. Yeah. It wasn't anything crazy. It was neat.
I was just gonna say to that fact, like these two teaming up as an episode, like given that their relationship and stuff. Like, I always appreciated any series that gave two characters that are not always the forefront, or like two, you pick any show and you're like, okay, this character and this character go off and they do something. I've always appreciated that more, because you kind of get that cohesive, team thing. It's not just Hunter and Omega all the time. It could be, now it's, Tech and Omega, and then it was Echo and Omega. And so I like that fact that what this episode did do, it did show also that they fell apart as a unit because they don't have Echo. You know what I mean? And that did show a lot of like that they needed to be together, which should be another plot point to propel them to be back together. She even said that. Why aren't we with him? It's
because that means there's Echo can't be spread by 5 guys, like her attitude. They all have to deal with her more now. And the less Bad Batch there are, the more they have to deal with Omega, and they're going to hate each other more and more. That's it. When you get down to 3, they're like, that's 8 hours each. They got to deal with her, right? When it was 5, it was a lot less. You're only at 4.5 hours each, 4.25. Yeah. You got to deal with Omega, hand her off to somebody else. You're fine. Right?
Well, at the beginning, harder. This whole thing could have been avoided when the rocks came down, because all she had to do was move them with the Force. That's all she had to do. Like,
stop it.
I mean, the Force is, I know it's more than just moving rocks, but I mean, that is a metaphor that all Force.
It always happens.
It always happens. So all she had to do was wave her hand.
Yeah, they can't open doors, but they can move rocks.
Yeah.
I watched. I watched Luke's return, and how he killed all the dark troopers and everything, but still had to wait. But still had to wait for them to open the door.
Damn right.
Right. It's all
tough, dude.
It's the kryptonite for Jedi, man.
Yeah, doors are tough, man. But yeah,
I needed somebody to put the end when Omega fell. Like when she screamed and went to the darkness, I was waiting for her to say directed by Dave Filoni. I was, and I was like, wow, that was a quick turn. Because that was a pretty dark cabin. Like we had no clue
that there'd be
what
water
was going to happen.
Yeah,
I was very surprised that she had fallen. Honestly,
yeah, same.
Right? I mean, okay, she's going to reach for it. This old shtick, and she was pissed off and everything. It was a growing moment from her. We get that, right?
Everybody's
either
definitely
been that kid,
yeah,
or has that kid, right? I mean, honestly, of the whole, leave me alone.
Beaten that kid.
I can do it fine. I can do it fine. But yes, when she reached over, it was a surprise to see her fall. I was like,
yeah, that was cool.
I wanted to. I do want to say that we do kind of oversimplify the Bad Batch itself just because of, like I said, energy and plot points, but there is some deeper meanings going on. There is some deeper stuff going on there that we are aware of it. Trust us. The four of us, we're aware of that stuff. It's just sometimes we did like cares.
It's when we get pre-mad, then we get regular mad, right? And after that, you're like, you know what? I just don't care. We'll talk about I'm talking about my feelings about it and not about the details. And that's the drag, because the feelings overweigh the details, and the details are pretty good when you look at them. Like the picture you had of the water, right? Of Omega,
it's gorgeous.
I mean, it's the reflections, everything. They do
the lighting in there is amazing.
That's not stuff like we had when we were kids, man. That's
cool. It does make me hopeful for more animations moving forward. I do. I just would love to see like more things other than Clone Wars and Bad Batch at this. This is because like season 9 of Clone Wars is what we're watching. So a little different here and there. That's why we like the Gunji episodes, because like gotta lie, this was different.
Because there were I've liked Crosshair because there's darkness and Empire.
Yeah, I mean that's.
And I like Gunji because there's a Jedi. There's a formula, people.
Yeah,
those it's easy.
Well, and last week with the Senate, and you had a full
politics
episode
behind
without the Bad Batch that was incredible. And then the Bad Batch shows up, and it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm so upset I missed last episode. But yeah, that was. Totally forgot about it now, but I remembered I wanted to talk about it big time then. But I completely forgot the episodes now. But
yeah, it was a 2-part. Yeah, all political. But yeah, I mean,
which was fine until the Bad Batch came back.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm
with the Bad Batch would be great if it wasn't for that team of weird clones.
I'm holding hope. D. Bradley Baker, we hear you. We hear what you said. We'll see. I mean,
we want to believe you. We want to believe.
We're ready to believe you.
We fully understand that we're overdoing this. We're looking too deep into a cartoon. Totally get it, but that's what we do.
And that's what we do. Yeah.
If you're not used to that by now, after almost 200 episodes, you weren't paying attention.
Exactly.
Omega looking like a young Justin Bieber in the water.
Omega. I love how everybody just catches on to the accent. It's great.
That's funny.
But yeah. Omega Tick.
Yeah.
Tick.
I even appreciated her accent being pissed off.
Yeah,
that was really good, right?
Yeah,
like
it's better when she's mad. Yeah,
just want to be alone. I was like,
I will say I actually liked Omega in this episode. I liked her little attitude of
she set off on her own and actually did something without having to be encouraged to do it. It showed she had a little bit of gumption.
Oh, I can do the work and not just whine, but she whined plenty. But she can just go do the work. Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. Let's pull up the bingo and see where this episode fell.
Although I will say the part about we can't just let it go. It's a ship. No, it's our home.
It's our home.
And the guys, it's a ship. It's like a car. I'm thinking like, yeah.
Tech said that. Yeah, Tech was like, this is a mode of transportation. We'll get another one. You
know
what I mean?
Well, dead serious though. Really, you're in a life or death situation. The last thing I'm worried about is my actual ship. I want a ship to get off. This
that just shows you Omega has a lot more to lose than
that's her. Because to her that is their home, and losing Echo, that's her family.
Yeah. She remember when Wrecker made her the bed. You know,
correct.
Like, I have a bed. You know,
well, she didn't really fall into this. She ran herself into it first, but then
because she would have been dead. I mean, all she did was follow around. Basically, she was little Boba of following Tanwi. Hi, Tanwi. Right. With the one who she had. I mean, they kept her hidden. Who knows what she was supposed to do or what her power is gonna be.
It is not
she was
the
obviously it was supposed to be something, and then so when she got here, to her, this is what she does know. So that is her home. That is like that. Yeah. I mean,
makes sense.
It'd be the same thing if they stole Cousin Eddie's RV. That's his home. So he needs it back. Yeah. That's how she's looking at it.
There's an RV.
There's an RV.
Don't you go fall in love with it. We're taking it next month.
Are you serious, Clark? Yeah. So it is. It's that's how I see it from her. And that's how she's going to grow. But in order, while she's growing, she's teaching them how to grow and not be soldiers and not just stick to their program.
How to be a family.
Yeah, because Hunter is very emo now, too. Like I said, he was telling off Tech for his emotions. Look, you hurt her feelings.
Right.
You can't talk to her like that.
Go apologize.
Go apologize.
For a bunch of soldiers, they're pretty soft pretty quick.
Yeah, and I think that's the growth of her learning to grow and them having to take care of this kid. I mean, it's basically 3 men and a little lady is what we're seeing now. So
it
is, but and that's what they have to grow into. And it was rude when he had said that, right? We were fine with that, and we'll be fine without.
Does that make
like, damn.
Does that make Hunter Ted Danson in this group?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or Tom Selleck, because Tom Selleck was one of them too. So I don't
know. We just know it wasn't Steve Guttenberg, wasn't the leader. So
no.
I don't know who could be Steve Guttenberg, but
definitely Tech. Wrecker.
Maybe you're right, just for the comic purposes of it.
Because Ted Danson had the kid, so that's Hunter, and that would be like that. Yeah, and
talking about growth, they have to be growing. Because why would you leave Wrecker outside to watch the ship? I mean, he seems that type that can get confused by a butterfly. So, like, if he wasn't doing something,
and it was, but that was the point too. That was the point about Echo not being there, because that would have been Echo's task, and Echo wouldn't have failed that. And I think Tech was almost calling that out. Like, if Echo it was here, we would still have a ship. You know, Wrecker got distracted by butterfly. You know, basically.
Yeah. But it is kind of dumb too to say, okay, hey, Omega, stay on watch, and then Wrecker, stay in watcher. Why don't you just say, hey, Wrecker, why don't you stay on watch, and Omega come?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a silly split up. There's your checkbox, by the way, on the for no reason.
Keep breaking up, so I'm missing out on some of what you're saying.
Am I really?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, I thought it was me.
Y'all gotta tell me. Shit.
We just did right now.
Damn.
Now.
Has it been long? Should I leave? I can go home.
No. I thought you are home.
If only you had good internet.
Home now.
I do. I have great internet.
Oh, that's funny. No,
so do we
want
to do this Bad Batch bingo?
Yeah. Bring up the bingo, because Chris made a good point. It's like, okay, what? Because we could probably talk ourselves into some of these boxes, right?
We probably could. So everybody, grab your Bad Batch bingo cards. We are gonna go step by step through this bingo card and kill some time with you. What do you say? All right.
Oh man, we're gonna go crazy on Mando 3 talk in a minute too.
Yeah, what started as a inside joke and just happened to be too good to pass up to bring on every show. It's great.
So we're gonna start off here with Tech says how smart he is. Now I'm gonna go on a limb and say this entire episode was Tech explaining, describing, showing just how smart he is. So that is definitely a check.
It's like the 3rd episode he's done that, by the way. Right? It's not a Tech being smart this year.
Yeah, I mean, just to talk about the substance they were extracting, that alone got the.
Yeah, it's like, shut up. Let's just get okay.
Exactly.
Narrow escape scene. Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. And there's several narrow escapes here. Omega did not show how incredible her aim was tonight, but she almost did die trying to extract something. So
yeah, the Force saved her. So.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yularen did not show up. Wrecker is always confused.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Wrecker is definitely confused in this episode. Right. I did not
Who
see
stole the ship?
I did not see a building or a ship that was from an old concept art, so we're good there. No sign of Cody. Wrecker did not hit something, but he did throw his body over something. That was insane.
I think that should count. We didn't talk about that. That was the dumbest scene I've ever seen in Star Wars. Like, and that's pretty stupid. Like, we're in a stampede, right?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
What is
that was straight Lion King.
Yeah. Number one is Lion King. Number two, what is him laying on it going to protect? You're still going to hit the thing. It doesn't make any.
Well, if it exploded, maybe he'll take the
It's still half out. It's like the dumbest thing. He's gonna die if he dies right there. He gets knocked over.
I think that was his goal, like like throwing himself on a grenade kind of stuff.
Exactly. He was trying to end it so he didn't have to deal with Omega anymore. That's
this is it. I'm done with this. I'm done with this.
I'll accept that. All right, sorry, back to Bingo. My bad.
Yeah, that's okay. So, no, Wrecker did not hit something, and I don't think that counts.
Oh, I would give it to him for hitting the ground on a jump. He hit that.
No, there was a specific punching something.
Fine.
Yes. Alien creature attacks. Yes, I will consider that Stampede definitely an alien creature attack. Yeah. Omega tells someone what to do.
Yes.
Boy, oh boy. Yes, indeed, she did. Okay.
Yeah. This one she gets 2 squares. A sad Omega scene. Yeah.
No, a sad Omega scene. This was a sad Omega episode. So
it was.
Episode counts as a sad Omega.
You get a bonus square for that one.
I know, right? Vintage action figure appearance, no, because we did not have any toy gazelles back in the day, so that was not it. Omega doesn't listen. I don't know because
I think there was anything for her to not listen to.
I don't think so.
She's the one that did the talking.
And she did go off on her own, but she didn't do that not listening.
Right.
She excused herself. So that
I'm with you. Yeah.
The crew splits up to buy some time. Now this one right here, I'm on the fence with because 2 of them did peel off to go, do something else.
I think we should look around the buy time each week because they usually just split up for no reason. Is what we should really should be split up for plot.
Then that case, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the splitting up just stays there.
Right. We're gonna go ahead and add that one to the list just for the sake of trying to get a bingo out of somebody. So the crew did split up. There was no scene of Rampart because he's, I think, about to be hung on Coruscant for treason. Right. They did not mention that they were in debt. As a matter of fact, I think that they were telling Sid, "You owe us, bitch."
Right.
It kind of sounded like, it was kind of neat turn. Yeah,
it was. They did not use their blasters except for one little shot to a. But what was that stuff called? The explosives. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know.
No sign of Tarkin. Hunter did not smile once in this episode.
Didn't do anything. Yeah.
Omega did not outsmart anyone either. There was no sign of Rex. Sid did clown a Bad Batch member. She called
Tech Goggles.
Yep. So there we go. That is one that's one we haven't seen in a minute too. So that's nice. The mission goes bad. The mission. I don't think the mission could go much worse.
This one went really bad. Yeah, exactly.
And then our last 2 squares, Crosshair and Palpatine, neither one of those dickbags showed up. So we're all good.
Like zero showing up from anybody, right? Like,
yeah.
No cameos.
So, I mean, with that, so we have Tex says how smart he is, narrow escape, Wrecker is confused, alien creature attacks, Omega tells someone what to do, sad Omega, the crew splits up. Nothing on that line. Sid clowns a Bad Batch member, and the mission goes bad.
So 9.
Possible.
9's not bad. Yeah.
Not a bad one. Not a bad one.
So let us know if you got a bingo. That would be rad. We would like to have more than just one bingo.
Yeah.
Even though I'm sure Matt Logic would like to keep it with.
Michael, I'm crossing my fingers on that one. Crosshair kills Sid in the future.
Oh, no. Crosshair's going to aim down on Omega, and Sid's going to kill Crosshair.
Oh, then I'm done.
I don't like that at all.
Me neither.
Like
That's why it's probably going to happen, because everything I want to happen doesn't happen. So
exactly.
it's like throw some dumb stuff out there and it'll happen.
Yeah. Well, here's to the second half of Bad Batch. I hope it gets.
Here's to the first part of Mando.
Buckle up. Yeah.
Buckle up, baby.
Do we have that clip ready to go, Scott? To share?
I've got the clip ready to go, and
Okay.
we've also got that.
Oh yeah, let's pull up the helmets
too.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Oh, I want to see the clip. You're killing me.
Well, stay tuned, Chris.
I'm going to have to watch this whole episode.
My boy is coming back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Check this out, guys. So we got. I forgot what this is from, but it was a cover of Vanity Fair, I believe, or Empire, or whatever. But
it's just marketing material, is all it is.
Yeah.
They have like shirts and things going out, and covers of magazines, and
But this is how I looked at it. Like, this is how I took this. Right. I'm like, here are the special Mandos that are going to be in season 3. Because most of these we can recognize. You know, of course, you got the armor, you got the Viz, or Paz, right? You can recognize them all. Bo-Katan, Axe Wolves.
Not all of them. I can recognize.
Well, there's some new ones. There's some new ones that we seen in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
In the preview. So
the green one there,
right,
of season 1, because I have that pop.
Okay.
Right? So that one's familiar. But yeah, pause. Now the bottom there looks like Boba, but
the one.
That's what I say too. But I mean, everybody on the internet's like, no, it's not. I'm
yeah.
like, there's a dent.
Maybe the pick can help us out with this too. So bottom row, second helmet.
It's obviously Boba, right?
I mean, I'm going by the dent, right? I mean, the dented helmet, and
But the dent's one thing, but the colors are completely off too.
Yeah.
So that's the questionable thing.
Especially from the new Boba, because I mean, he's got his new helmet,
brighter
now.
green, right?
Yeah. The more olive. Yeah.
But the again, so if our theory heads go in this, and it's like Boba is on this cover, and to me it's like, okay, cool, Ernie's with me on this, he's gonna be in Mando 3, they're doing the whole crossover again, and maybe we'll get some resolution, or
even if let's just say that's not, let's just pretend that's Jodo cast, right?
Okay.
Boba's still gonna be in this season.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if he's on this.
I would love to think that,
and I would think he actually wouldn't be on this poster if these are all Mandos. I think this at some point. These are split, because Bo and the Armorer are not on the same team.
No.
Oh no, this is isn't like a
this
team,
is gonna
right.
this is open now. I'm gonna take it as a Mando Civil War, and half of these are on one side and half of these are on the other.
Absolutely.
And that puts Bo against Din, or Bo against Boba, or Bo somebody isn't right. That's just all I want. Just give me that, and then Grogu.
And you've got Din, though. Din is kind of an island unto himself. You've got Bo-Katan's got her faction, and the Armorer's got her faction, and he's just kind of caught in the middle. Right. But he also happens to be carrying the Darksaber, so he's the only truly valid person there, and Boba Fett's got his back.
He's valid, but he's not a Mando, because he has to go redeem him.
That's right.
According to them.
According to him, because he said it in that clipper about the plane.
Yeah, I think their whole race is built on belief, so I would think that matters.
It's the creed. It's the creed. The creed is their. Yeah, it absolutely matters. The whole thing about Din,
not race. It's a faction thing.
That is a faction thing.
Bo-Katan does not believe that. So
yeah,
you're right. You're right. The creed of.
But either way, they have their strong beliefs, is what I'm saying. They're all built on belief systems. So whatever is believed is it is important. Whether it be like, if he has the Darksaber and he thinks he has to be redeemed, then he has to be redeemed.
Well, that's exactly that's what we're talking about, Brandon. The whole faction thing of the Mandalorian. Some go like the Children of the Watch are the hardcore Mandalorians. They believe keep that helmet on. No one takes it off.
Bo can take hers off. They can all take theirs off. Wolf can take it. They can take theirs off.
Yeah, they're a whole different. They're a whole different thing.
They're a cult. The Children of the Watch are a cult.
That's why when she said in season 2 when they met and they took off their helmets. Bo-Katan took hers off on that ship, right? And he said, "Whoa, what are you doing? Where'd you get that armor?" And she's like, "Oh, he's one of them."
He's one of that whole great scene. Miss Sunflower. So, do you guys think this? She wonders if these rows or columns mean something. Maybe each row are factions, or maybe that's because Boba Fett and Mando would be right in the same.
I need to see it again.
Let me pull it right up real quick, because you do have Paz and the armor in the same with the Death Watch trooper
across.
Yeah. The second row, you've got Mando and Bo, who I think they're going to go up against each other. So I don't know about that. Second row, or the third row, you've got Sasha Banks and I think that's her name, right? I forget what her character name is. And Axe Wolves, and we know they're together with Bo-Katan, who's right above Axe.
Right.
And then the bottom, the only one that might be is Boba Fett. And if that was Boba Fett, I would like to think that he'd be in a corner or something. I think he would stand out a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm looking at it going vertically. That, vertically.
But even then would kill it. Third row would kill it with Paz and Bo-Katan.
We don't know. It could be, like I said, it could be.
There's no chance of Paz Vizsla and Bo-Katan being on a team.
No, because they both want the dark saber.
Oh, dude, they're fighting by the end of this. By the end of the series,
I think it's going to cross, and that's Fennec putting on her Mando helmet at the end.
Right, yeah.
Oh, dude, that would be dope.
That'd be cool.
It looks like the Fennec colors, right?
That's Bo's lady. Boba Fett's lady is the beginning one. And she runs the situation, so that's why she's first and Boba's next.
Gotcha.
Barbara Fett. That's Barbara Fett.
Fett.
Yeah. Barbara Fett. Yeah.
I hear you.
And we got Fennec, and then I don't know who's next to him.
That's Bobby Fett, their kid.
The kid?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Little Bobby.
There was a jump here we didn't realize.
Well, I mean, it could be Barbara, Boba, Omega, and then Fennec.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'm with Sabersmith. I think it's Rando Mandos. I think it's
Rando Mando.
100% Sabersmith.
Yeah, and Brandon Epler, do the colors mean anything? I think it's preference, honestly, because they're all over the place. I think the only thing that really means anything is the armor spikes, Death Watch or
hit Miss Sunflower too there, her last comment.
Oh,
Death Watch also, they wear that blue. So Death Watch,
that's true.
All in that blue. Yeah.
So there's a point where Clan Vizsla pledges allegiance to Bo in back then, right? But now we're in a different time. And remember, she's a cautionary tale now to them. So she might not have the same, weight and any allegiance to her as null and void since they turn the planet to glass. Right? Unless she has
sure.
So I just want to bring that. So they may have pledged allegiance, but it might be different. So I think
but Paz might go off because he lost the duel with Din, he challenged Din to the thing, right? And that whole thing, and it seemed like he was kind of like it belongs. It's like
That's what I'm saying. He's going to go after Bo. He's not going to team up with Bo. He's going to go after Bo.
I don't think he's going after Din again. I don't think he's.
I think it's going to be
teaming up with him. Might be.
I think he'll beat. I think he's going to end up beating Bo. He'll take it back for Clan Vizsla, and then Bo will take it.
Yeah.
But
I think they're all coming after Mando. I think this is what is it, Get Shorty kind of thing where everybody's after the same.
This is John Wick 3 right here. John Wick Mando Wick 3. Yeah.
Th're all after Din Djarin no matter what. He's got the dark saber, so I think everybody.
We can all agree it's all a mess. and
there's a lot of inconsistencies in their creed and their
and this would be the time for that, right? This would be a great time for that disarray. Things not meaning like going off. In fact, like I said, Paz Vizsla might be like, screw this old school stuff.
Yeah.
And I need to take this from, make his own faction. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Like, he could have been teaming up with Bo to get to Din, but his ultimate goal is right, Chris. Like he wants that to bring back to his family, back to his, to rule Mandalore that way. But if Bo's way, he might team up and I don't know.
I think if the Darksaber has to get away from Din, right? Ultimately. So I think the only person that can take it and rule right now that's not the Empire would be Paz for a second. Paz then takes it, and then Bo kicks the crap out of Paz.
Yeah.
Eventually Grogu takes it from Bo.
Well, I'm kind of thinking that Din has it forever, and eventually Grogu has it. And that's, like I said, we kind of talked about this whole Grogu ruling Mandalore, but as I'm sure Grogu will eventually Mandalore. It's gonna be cool, man. I love it.
I was looking at those helmets again, though. I was trying to see if maybe Ursa Wren was in there, but the helmets don't match up with the design of her helmet. So none of them. Some of the designs match up with Sabine's, but I don't know if Sabine is going to be here or if Sabine is going to be with Ahsoka. which leads me to the question: do we think we're going to see the beginning of Ahsoka and Sabine's journey in this that will then lead over to Ahsoka's show?
I can't imagine. I can't imagine having all these Mandalorians and having someone who literally held the Darksaber not appear. I can't see that not happening. Some way that Filoni created.
Right.
Not appear in this.
That wielded the Darksaber, that not just had it, but actually wielded it in battle.
Yeah. I think there will be that one episode where we have that cameo crossover tie-in thing, just like we did with season 2, right? We had that Ahsoka 1 episode that brought her in, and we obviously found where her adventure is going to be going, and to bring her back with Sabine just for a half an episode to bridge those or to propel the more of Ahsoka, because that's coming too.
There's no reason not to have a side episode that they did in Boba Fett with Mando and Grogu, a side show or two like that to kind of bridge and pop in like you would do with the DC shows, right? Like you'd have a season of Flash, but you have Green Arrow pop in. Right. That's how this should be with Sabine. You're having a season of this Mando, but here comes Sabine and crew just for a minute and pop right out. And
absolutely,
they've been introed.
And I think it would help the Ahsoka show going forward for those that didn't watch Rebels to get an introduction to these characters.
Yeah. So Brandon Epler said he asked us earlier about Ezra. Before we got to the subject, will we get to see him before Ahsoka too, or are they going to just make us wait for more Rebel characters to show up on Ahsoka? I'm thinking saving Ezra and Thrawn for Ahsoka at this point.
That's what
we might get a Sabine and because of the whole Mandalorian connection and to get her 2 cents into the subject matter and all that stuff, great. And then using Ahsoka as that bridge. But at this point, before I was kind of like, I think we're going to get Ezra or something, but I think that's saved for the Ahsoka series.
I think we're getting a Thrawn stinger at the end, like we got a Boba Fett stinger last time. Like, snap! There's something coming.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah, or just the end of the show, like when Luke showed up. Like, just you're gonna get.
I got you.
Something's bigger than what we get. One of those two things is gonna pop. So
yeah,
we'll see Thrawn this year. I think before Ahsoka, he'll be introduced.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Even if it's by name, I guess.
But nobody. Right? But yeah, exactly. I think Hera might be the only other one with a shot, only because I don't think we'll see again. We've already seen her.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll see Ezra because he'll be the surprise. He'll be
I think the rest of the Rebel crew, Ahsoka series. That's it just makes more sense too.
Ezra's that thing that they're searching for. The reason why they're looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn is because of Ezra. Right. So I think to see him early would be a bit of a deflation. Would.
Right. Like I said, save that character for that, because to get people involved in that whole talk about in the Ahsoka series, let's not spill all our beans in Mando. There's enough on our plate, and from everything that we've seen on the trailer and all that stuff, there's enough going on in Mando season 3 that we've know so far. This is going to be a wild ride as is, and to have like season 2 slapped us in the face with like whoa, Ahsoka, Luke. And then
Grand Admiral Thrawn's name.
Yeah, I mean, there was so many things going. Bo-Katan's entrance, like there was so many things that you're like, holy crap.
Even Cobb Vanth. I mean, Cobb Vanth is a big pull from the books.
Exactly. Cobb Vanth talking
100%.
This whole last couple of years from the Mando verse, right? Like I was watching it Boba Fett the other day with Jess. And she was in the room, right? Well, she wasn't trying to watch it. But I explained to her, Maul, don't you realize you don't realize this, but this is really important that you see a character from the novels talking to a character from the cartoons in a place on TV in the Mandoverse. Are you not understanding how great this is?
Do you understand that the continuity is there?
Right.
Yeah.
She's like, that's great, babe.
Our worlds are colliding.
And Jess says, shut up. Just let me watch this, okay?
Yeah, but I feel like you're
confused. What are you watching?
Yeah,
is this one of those Star Trek shows?
Why did I marry you?
Yeah, it's like your response. Like, I feel like you're confused. So let me just break it down because it makes me feel better. Like I gotta explain what's going on screen here. This is unheard of.
Miss Sunflower says we have 2 episodes co-written by Dave. Anyone want to place their bets on which characters will appear there?
There you go, because every episode that Filoni does is just a bukkake of his love. It's just every character that he creates shows up.
Sure.
So
let's just, here's a better question. Who's left besides Hondo? Who's left to bring in that doesn't, that's not someone that we've seen before?
Well, no, it would still be people that we've seen. I'm saying those are the episodes where you're going to see Sabine or Hera. You're going to get the Rebels crew when Filoni point right now, and I think that's anything that Filoni touches will have somebody in Rebels.
Well, that's what I was alluding to.
Who have we not seen
else?
in live action? Like Captain Rex, we haven't seen a live action Captain Rex, and we know
Hondo.
that Tamura is around.
Hondo, like Hondo would be fantastic.
Absolutely.
I think just honestly, it'll just be Sabine and Hera.
Those are like the obvious choices, right?
Yeah,
but I'm sitting there thinking,
you're just trying to think who else, like
who's left?
Asajj, but she won't be in there.
She's dead by this point in time.
Yeah, we'll get an Asajj flashback or something. You know what I mean? Somewhere.
Oh my God.
Live action. I did see that somewhere.
She wasn't created by Filoni though. She was in the original Clone Wars cartoon. So that's not a Filoni joint.
No, she was actually Darth Maul's the original concept art.
Yes. She was based off the Sith Witch concept.
So you're right. That's the only where she got.
But yeah, I mean, like my money's on Hondo if it's not our go-to headcanon stuff. If it's not the go-to Ghost crew, it's Hondo, and I think it'd just be funny and cool, and just he's just a cool character in that world. It almost fits. Perfect.
I really want Hondo when there's a Jedi involved, though, because he's most fun around Jedi because he talks about it. And he thinks it's fun to be friends with a Jedi type of stuff.
Well, maybe Hondo knows where Ezra is at too, and it has that whole talk about it.
You're right. I was just thinking about that. You know, what's stopping Hondo from going on the adventure with the Ghost crew to find his best friend Ezra?
Right, his best friend, and it's introduced in Mando 3, and it bridges that thing too. So that'd be cool.
There's nothing stopping that from happening.
That needs to happen. So Hondo needs to happen.
I know it needs to. Yeah, exactly. Let's take this time. Let's play that clip and see how far we can push this thing. And
before we get pulled,
let's play. This was what was it? Apple TV exclusive.
Apple Plus.
I found it from somebody else's YouTube channel, so we're gonna go with that.
Okay.
Because I couldn't pull
it
up on
exclusive
Apple.
But the source is Apple Plus exclusive here, coming right at you. But so if anybody tries to sue us, we're doing a review on a marketing piece. We shouldn't get hit for.
But
anything.
it's YouTube, you know. I mean, they have their own little.
Be nice. I'm making the argument. I'm not trying to.
I know.
Hold on.
Lucasfilm don't care. They put it out for people to use.
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
you know, listen before you take us off. Right. Listen to this conversation. Let us be.
Listen.
Don't just take us down.
You smell something? Okay. Sorry.
All right. Here we go.
The following views does not affect the Fallen Fett or the Fallen Chronicles. Just want to let that be known.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah. Go for it. Okay, we have no vocals anyway, so no sound.
Well, check out Grogu.
But this is great.
He's using the Force. You can see it pushing the table.
Yeah. So yeah, I know the audio guys that are listening to this, you know, we're watching the clip, but it is fantastic. Even and more reason to get on.
Mando even stops him. He's like, "Hey, kids, stop!" Like he's completely his dad at this point. He's not babysitting or anything. He's just his dad.
And this is what I love about the show. Okay, so Mando and Grief Karga are talking about something of Mando's. They're talking
about real estate. They're talking about real estate. Grief Karga is offering him land to come live.
Yeah, well, at the end, he's saying since basically because it's like
I have something to do first.
And Grogu's in his own little world. You know what I mean? He's in his own little thing. And that's why I was like, thank you for this. I love it because just like what Chris said, he goes, how can this thing get any cuter? I swear to God, it's like
every episode. See, okay, I said in the chat the other day that I was getting a little tired of Grogu, but I'm meaning the merchandise, right? I've got so many Grogu things here. I won't buy Grogu stuff anymore. I'm tired of that. But show wise, okay. No, I'm gonna keep buying pops, obviously.
Oh yeah,
but I'm just saying, I'm not
because we're tired of it. Doesn't mean we're not gonna buy it.
Okay, I was looking for a piece of art to put on the wall, and I'm like, I'm not gonna buy a Grogu. I'm just over it. That's the
and then
thing
you saw the Grogu art, and you're like, "Oh, that's really cool."
It was. Oh, I did. But I didn't buy it because I'm over it. I want a Vader.
Yeah,
because he's not cute. Anyway, the point of that is, no matter what, every episode there's something after every week, and no matter how the episode is, you go, "Wow, I can't believe Grogu did that."
Yeah.
Right? And that's what's cool about the show. The show can be crap, but it can be saved every time. This episode can suck, but he's spinning in a chair and about to
this
steal
right
some
here
M&Ms.
is what we'll be talking about.
Absolutely. It won't be now.
Right.
That's the thing, though, about with all the Grogu merchandise that's out there, with all the stuff that's been shoved down our throats with Grogu, you kind of get jaded towards the character. And then, it's been a while since you've seen it. You go back and you watch it and you're like, oh, God, that's why. That's why this is so good. This is still so good.
Because I love this fucking character.
I gotta
tell you, I gotta tell you, like, I was there and then I went to Disneyland and I saw Mando with the Grogu, and all I was doing is trying to get a glimpse of Grogu the whole time. Like, I've never seen the Mando walk around, but I was just like, I saw the top of his head and I was like, there he is. I was like, I got caught up. I'm like, damn it, they got me again. They got me every single time. And he goes, does something like this, using the Force. And
do we want to continue?
Yeah, play it again. Let's see. It's not much as far as looking at, because it's really just them talking back and forth till Grogu does his thing.
But it's just exactly. It's a cool clip, It's just
it's nice to have a new clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, look, candy. So Grogu's eyeballing the candy.
Yeah.
I thought it was Cheetos at first.
Yeah. Right.
You and me, Ernie, we're gonna say it's
Red Hot,
or it's Reese's. Just the
and then it turned into Reese's Pieces.
Yeah,
we just like know where they got that.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. E.T.'s the one who gave it to him. Yeah.
Son of a.
Yeah, he's like, oh. My friend had these.
Could you imagine if Karga had an assistant? It was E.T. and he just dropped those there and then walked off.
He eats all the brown ones, so all that's left is the orange ones.
That would be so cool. God, why don't they do stuff like that?
The E.T. theory is the best. Like, you can't deny the E.T. theory. You just can't.
Yeah. No,
they were in one. He makes the toys float. He gets excited when he sees Yoda. E.T. was a freaking Jedi. He was a freaking Jedi, dude. If he rolled in here to fill the candy or something, or oh my god, I would lose it.
Just like your Indiana Jones theory, I would lose my I'm there, and it wouldn't be cheesy.
Yeah, Sabersmith says his 88-year-old father asked for a Funko Pop of Grogu for Christmas.
Oh, that's awesome!
Oh,
that's it right there.
Should be pretty easy to find.
Yeah, you're not gonna have any trouble with that one.
Oh my god,
that's awesome.
There's honestly not much left of this.
Yeah, you could
No, the whole point is he's trying to offer him to live there. He wants to have basically a protector. He'd let him be like a sheriff there. You know what I mean?
Grief Karga's not dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, but look what Grief has done to this city. Like, his office has changed exponentially. Like, he's pimping stuff out now. Karga has control of Navarro and is making it neat. Yeah. So good for him.
Oh no, this is great. Like character progression to me is everything that we look at in the background, because you got to do characters always have to do a 180 for growth, right? When I was going back and watching season 1 of Mando.
Hey, wait, is that a statue of himself back there?
Yeah, probably.
I hope so.
Oh my god, I wear T-shirts of myself all the time. I love this guy. Gives it me all day. There ain't nothing wrong with that, Chris. If somebody can make me a bust, I'm putting it right there.
I have a T-shirt of myself too.
Yeah, so there.
Wow,
that's crazy.
That has to be him.
I like the fact, though, that whenever he's spinning himself in the chair, you actually hear, and I think somebody pointed out too, I think whenever he's spinning himself, you can hear the Force going.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Sabersmith said it. Yeah. Yeah.
He pushes it off the desk. He's so awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
If that statue's supposed to be somebody else from his family and it says the last name Creed, I'll lose it then too.
But you know what? Look how cool Grogu is, right? How much progression we've got from him from these seasons, because now he's just nonchalantly doing stuff. He's not forcing himself to grab a cookie and making it tougher. He's not having to think about it. He's just flicking his ass off a chair and then grabbing some candies.
I think
he's not falling asleep. He's not passing out.
Yeah. He's going to be a problem this year, right? He's gonna be Omega, but cuter,
a better Omega. Like you said it right there. It's like, and from that clip, we can ascertain so much as he's getting more comfortable with his power, or opening up more, which could lead to a bigger dangerous thing, or.
Like cocky Grogu. I want to see Grogu get kind of like right there. I kind of see him pushing back. Like, if his feet could be crossed up on something, he would have done it. Like, dude, screw you guys. You know,
I think we're gonna see what I would love to see.
I
like
took down a
more
Rancor.
progression. Like Din wakes up and Grogu's floating, meditating at one point. You know, like relearning or like I said, where Lucas says he's remembering a lot more of the stuff. And I don't know about necessarily controlling it more, but becoming that like I remember these powers and I remember the attachment I had with the Force. And we're gonna start seeing this thing where maybe Grogu becomes a danger to everybody around him and himself. This is why he suppressed those his memories and things like that. You know, like we always think like Order 66, you know, someone took him, but I also have the thing in the back of my mind too, like when those troopers were after him, he did something where maybe like it made like an explosion and killed everybody around, maybe other Jedi like things around him, and then that's when he got scared and frightened and shut down. You know what I mean? And to the point where he was taken as a survivor, but maybe not known as a Force user until later. You know what I mean? Like that's where, yeah. He's like, it's too strong. Like Yoda knew how to harness it. He can absorb Force lightning, for God's sake. You know what I mean?
Maybe he's the one who destroys Luke's school, and they blame it on Ben.
What if it's Grogu who destroys Luke's school?
Right.
And Ben was like, "Oh, this Ben. Little."
Yeah. Why do I always have to babysit? Again, I still want a young Kylo.
I do too,
dude.
I do.
Oh my God!
We'll see young Kylo. I think we'll see
young
Kylo before this is over.
Yeah. We have to. Chris. I'm telling you, we have to. There 100%. Has to be a little kid Kylo.
If we go back to the Sanctuary,
I've said it in the past, and he's got to fight with Grogu.
Yeah. If we go back and visit Luke in this whole thing, yes, there's be a young Kylo running out.
I want them to fight over a little snack or a lamp like R2 and Yoda did. I want them to like kids.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I mean by fight. Is exactly what Moocher and you were saying. Is just the
Yeah.
I hate this little kid, just like that.
Could you imagine if that would be the little spin-off episode in the middle? Is like Grogu and Ben just off on the side doing something? Oh my God!
Arguing about who's the real first student of this compound. Like,
and Chewie's yelling at Grogu, and Ben is to say, "Don't treat my uncle like," or "Don't call my uncle that," or something. You know,
Chewie and R2 are babysitting for some reason. This is great.
Right.
I love it.
This is a great episode.
I'm not mad at
it. Yeah. and Hondo, and they all go on an adventure. There we go. All of our favorites in a little quirky Full House adventure. Let's go.
That's fun.
And then Ahsoka saves them at the end of their adventure, and all is bright with the world. I am not pre-mad at this at all.
I'm not pre-mad.
Makes it right so they don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Like nobody knows. But
she just covers it up. They get out of it. She finds out, covers it up. We're all good. Yeah,
Ahsoka,
we're pretty happy
Uncle
about
Jesse,
this.
Or
pretty happy.
Yes.
Or is she Joey? She might be Uncle Jesse. I could see Ahsoka.
She's definitely Uncle.
Jesse would get him out of it. Yeah,
she's the cool one.
Out of it.
Yeah. I don't know if Ahsoka's the cool one. I don't know. She's a little more.
Ahsoka's the cool one.
She's the more philosopher nowadays. She's like the
bro. When it comes to the kids and getting them out of trouble,
she's definitely not Joey. Joey's a goofball. She's not that. So if you give me those,
obviously Din.
Bondage Brittany wanted to say it looks like a bust of Darth Destro in Grief Kargas.
Yeah, I would take it. I would take it exactly. I'm not mad. Like I'm not mad at any of these theories
because it was a gold bust, so it would have to be the Pimp Daddy Destro version. So yeah, I'm in.
I want to now. I want a planet full of chrome-headed and gold-headed people.
If we just keep on with the indie stuff, though, and it's Indy's dad.
That would be awesome.
What's his dad's name?
So it's Sean Connery. It's Henry Jones.
Henry.
Henry. Thank you. Yeah, senior is that's a bust of him, and we just keep on all of this indie stuff. Like, are you serious?
That would be fun.
I'm down.
Yeah,
all of the clues are there.
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
I would just lose it. Man. Now you're just teasing me. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, I think we can call it a night tonight. That was fun. You know, we turned a negative into a positive. You know, that's what we do.
We turned a man into a
yeah, right. Into like a little bit of a eyebrow raise. You know,
so our next week, what do you think we should do our recap?
Yeah. So. Like I said, I don't know about anybody else, but I've been doing like the rewatch of Mandalorian, you know, so I finished season 1. I'm going to do 2. I'm going to run through the Book of Fett too. I do that for every show, you know, whatever show's coming out next, just to have fun with it, because the number one thing is fun. And it's not really to just recap on what I've seen, but I've been pulling apart a lot more meaningful moments, like especially in season 1, stuff which I want to kind of like get into next week a little bit. So if you guys
start to realize more how it's going to be Grogu,
knowing
right?
knowing the path. Yeah, it's
the more I think about it, we're getting like the prequel of Grogu, but in the right order. Like we're gonna see Grogu now.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna see Grogu like a little bit post sequel.
Yes.
Maybe with Rey. And then later on we'll get them in like the next Republic or the New Era Republic or whatever the hell it's gonna be. Right later on there, and mixing in between the Mandalorians and Force users and Jedi and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be so cool if he's the anchor from now on.
Yeah.
Into everything.
Seriously.
So.
And then you go back and you're watching like this, it was there, like the signs were there, and now you're picking up more and more because you kind of know the outcome of it. And so that's what's fun for me to go back and watch it. So yeah, definitely we'll do like a recap of the Mandalorian and like where we're at and going forward, and then we'll have our big premiere. Since this is going to be a big premiere, we could set up a live stream line talk too before Mando season 3. We can get that organized too. We'll talk about it, and maybe we'll shoot up a date. And usually it's that Monday before Mando season 3. We'll do open source line talk it up. It's just get us in line, ready for Mando, and all. We're gonna talk about everything. I think that'll be fun. It's the next big thing for us to do. So, and then the next one will be.
Look at this image. This is kind of cool.
Uh-oh.
That is pretty cool.
See, changes all our theories on one little still.
Oh no, that's episode 1. That's them showing up somewhere and she's gonna steal the kid.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Meanie.
She's a meanie.
Yeah.
Damn you, Bo-Katan.
No, that's cool, man. So no.
I think she hits it and quits it. And that's it. That's the next morning.
Well, I mean, he's 50. Like, he's of age. Going?
Yeah.
Not Grogu.
No,
Jesus,
what's wrong with you?
We're definitely not getting monetized this episode. 3 F-bombs, the whole commercial.
He's the oldest one there. It's fine.
He is, though. You're right. He is. But still, I think she definitely makes him take off his helmet again. And then this is the next morning. And she's like, I got to go. And he's like, where? I'll go with you.
Yeah.
And she's literally under the helmet. I just want blue milk.
So going back to the chat, to our pit. So yeah, Brandon Lepper. Yeah, no need to. If you don't have time to rewatch, we got you. We got you covered. You just we'll recap it. We'll put up, pull out all the important parts, and then we'll talk about Bad Batch.
Because there are some people that might, they might be going into season 3 of The Mandalorian and not realize that Mando was reunited already with Grogu.
When's it supposed to be on TV?
What's that?
When's it supposed to be on TV?
Oh, like the first 2 seasons? Like I think it's after.
They're showing the first 2 episodes, isn't it? On Channel 7 and Freeform.
I got you. I don't think it's
people in
of season 1.
Yeah, season one.
Yeah, not of anything new. Right?
And I don't think that's until after Mando 3 is already in.
I
think I read
next
April
week or something.
Well, I could be wrong. You could be right. It could be at the same time too.
I was going to say, because then drop that recap episode right after that.
Right. Gotcha.
Like,
yeah. I don't know, but we'll we'll definitely do something. This would be cool. So let's get out of here. Make sure that everybody is staying in touch with the Sarlacc Digest, especially on our Facebook Central, that we will keep everybody up to date on upcoming shows, everything that we do. And of course, our YouTube, if you haven't subscribe to, hit that bell notification, because then, yes, Scott, go ahead.
February 24th. February 24th is
okay. So that's okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So, and also hit that like if you haven't hit that like already. We appreciate it. We appreciate all your support.
Wampa stomp that bitch right there. Wampa stomp it, man.
Yeah. I actually put my Wampa away.
What?
I don't have.
There we go.
Stomp it.
Hey, can Grogu stomp it? There.
Sure. Yes, Grogu force stomp. Grogu
Zabot
force
stomp
push. Oh, his eyes closed and his ears.
I know.
That's really scary. I can't have that in my house.
Yeah.
He's like a Furby.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And Furbies creeped me out too.
I think I need one of those.
Yeah. I know I did your job for you, Ernie, but I did want you to kind of like get the energy going and take us out of here.
You got it, guys. Thank you, Pitt, everybody, for joining us tonight. We love the conversation, everybody involved all the time. Don't forget, next week is Bring a Friend Week, so let us know who you brought over brand new to the show. Have them jump in the pit with you as well, and let's keep this conversation going. If you're into the 24/7 Star Wars talk, join us on Facebook for our Sarlacc Digest Central, and join that over there. Don't forget, we're on all social media with Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok for some 1-minute toy reviews. You can catch all those here, though. If you're like, man, you guys are already done, go back and check out all our old episodes. Be part of that replay crew. But we have tons of content and other things not Star Wars related, from figures and toys to other talk, DC. That will probably be the next one that will come up here because everybody needs to talk about Batman because Marco wouldn't let us. So, yeah. Be sure and check in for
gray
that.
suits, both of them. You're out of your mind. We can't talk about that.
I was just trying to redirect to.
So we got Keaton, we got Batfleck, and that was Bale on the bike, right? It had to be.
I almost thought it for a second, but I don't think so. But I wouldn't be mad at it if it was.
You wanted this talk?
Hey,
come join us for Beyond the Pit.
I was really
I'm
into
not
this.
Satisfied until he shows up.
Yeah, how was he not? You're gonna do anything.
I was pretty happy with the Supergirl look, by the way. That was that, and even the story kind of flying in instead of Superman there in prison to her, and I'm liking it. Damn.
It's based on one of the looks of Supergirl too. One of the different universes Supergirl. So it's pretty cool.
Pretty good. So. Yeah, so let's talk about that. So that was
check
pretty
out that
cool.
Beyond the Pit.
Hey, if you want to continue that further, we did drop a Beyond the Pit DC talk, so we just throwing it out there
again. Like I said,
Marco is so upset up there in the corner. He's like, "Why are we talking about?"
Yeah,
Batman
like.
Right now?
No, I do want to talk Batman, but I mean,
come check us out. You can catch us on all our own social medias. You got Darth Moocher, the artist Scott Solo. You got you need to change your name, Chris. You need to be Grand Admiral Franz. It's real easy. Just change it from Dark Dad to that.
Okay.
This way everybody knows you. On your Instagram.
I'll fix it.
Yes. This way everybody stays there. It's all under us right there. No, I don't know anything. Yes, I do. I know so much.
He knows everything.
It's going to be a great ride. Be here for it all.
Batman would be Darkseid. Faux show.
Brandon Epler asked if Batman would be light side or dark side.
Mm-hmm.
He would be Dooku in Tales of the Jedi.
Oh for sure. With his money and everything.
I agree with that.
Yeah, money and then just taking people right to the limit.
And
that's it.
And Dick Grayson is his Qui-Gon saying, "No, Master, you can't."
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Shut up, Dick.
Definitely.
That's what he says.
All right.
That's right. It's not a curse word. That's his name.
Yeah.
We like to thank
I didn't get dinged for that.
Our sponsor, Tashi Station Emporium.
Ooh,
use the code word
figure stand right there.
Sarlacc Digest.
That's a cool
and receive a free hug with every package.
You do get a hug, and I go to Ernie's house and he hugs them for you.
Yes. Hug them all. That's mine up right there. So we got you covered.
The fool that doesn't buy these.
From He-Man to Joe to Star Wars to
more Star Wars.
Horror.
NECA.
Yeah. Yes.
Great
everything is there. We got you covered. Go check it out. And you put in your order. Keep Tashi Station Emporium employee because it keeps us all fed here. So we'd like to thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for my M&Ms, Tashi Station Emporium.
Yes.
You're welcome.
See, that was in Scott's last order. Like, you don't know. Like, surprise.
Don't say that, man. People start giving him negative feedback. I didn't get any M&Ms.
Yeah, or I don't like M&Ms. Yeah.
They would say that, huh?
I'm just going to put a Kit Kat in there so it's all melted when it gets there.
People don't like M&Ms?
In the bag.
There are some
there's
weird
somebody on
people
internet
to see.
You give them free things, and they're like,
Right.
I didn't ask for this free thing. Why did you send me this free thing?
Take it back and send me something I want.
Negative feedback because you sent me a free thing I didn't ask for.
Yeah. But I do include samples in every single order too. So by the way,
absolutely,
there are free things that I do include.
Yes. So check out TashiStationEmporium.com. It's right up there. Right there. Yes. Right there. See it? It's right there.
Yeah. Cool. Mm-hmm.
Catch all of us on our social media, and we will see you next week.
Right on. With that,
keep it nerdy, everybody. Yeehaw.
Are you asking them, or is
it? No, keep it nerdy, mother.
Thank you very much.
Right. All right, that's I've already done 2.